Welcome to Keepin' It Real, your go-to radio show for fresh insights and vibrant introductions. Get ready to dive into a world where we offer you the latest in real estate wisdom and the juiciest community tidbits. From expert advice courtesy of top realtors to opportunities to give back through local charities, we've got you covered. Plus, we'll shine a spotlight on the young athletes driving our local sports scene and uncover the buzzworthy happenings both in town and beyond. Stay tuned for a jam-packed hour of enlightenment and entertainment right here on Keepin' It Real.
What's in a name? Everything. Long Realty has been a cornerstone of Southern Arizona's real estate market for nearly 100 years. Our name is our bond, and our agents are our strength. Trust in the name that stands for experience and expertise. Visit longrealty.com or call 520-459-4993 to connect with an agent today. Long Realty. Smart move.
All right, good morning and welcome to Keepin' It Real, brought to you by Sherry Ethell and the team right here at Long Realty Studios. Today, we're starting the show off. We want to talk about an upcoming event that's going on, and I'm tuning in here with Arlene Garcia. She's the supervisor for Sierra Vista Police Department with the Nancy J. Brua Animal Care Center. So welcome, Arlene.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's amazing that you actually started working there the same day it opened. So
Yes.
you have an amazing amount of knowledge and expertise over the facility as well, which is very unique to a lot of positions. So that's very cool.
As much as possible. It's my second home. I absolutely adore the shelter. I have a huge passion for it, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
So what are we talking about here, Arlene? What do we got going on?
Well, I am super, super excited. And if you were to see me right now, I'm like shaking because I'm just so excited about this event. Celebrating Animals is from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Park.
You heard it right here. Celebrating Animals. We hope to see you out there.
That's right. Just bring your friends, family, your well-behaved dogs to Veterans Memorial Park from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come out and just have a picnic, talk to people. Whether you plan on adopting or not, you can go check out the animals, but not just adoptable animals, other animals, reptiles, snakes, alpacas. I love the alpaca people when they come out. They are amazing. Greyhawk Nature Center. Everybody loves Bill Schumacher, the snake guy with his giant boa named Luna, and everybody loves to see him. Just all sorts of critters and people and activities, events, demonstrations, so much going on.
You can bring your responsible dog there, your safe dog, but it has to be on a leash, right?
Yes.
So everybody has to be on a leash. That's the law. Do you have any tips on when your dog, obviously dogs love to say hello to each other, right?
Yes.
But your dog doesn't necessarily know another dog, especially if you got a big dog or a little dog or whatever. Any tips on how they should meet?
So my first thing is to avoid any contact.
Okay.
That is just my first thought. You don't know. You might be comfortable with your dog. You might think your dog isn't going to react, but you never know how the other dog is. Even if the person says, "Oh, he's friendly," you got to think about this. Animals are still individuals.
Right.
And they may encounter that one dog that they do not like for whatever reason.
Well, even my dogs, you know, sometimes if one gets in the face of another, it might, their hair gets all stand up and they get irritated with it if they keep getting in their face.
Yes. I mean, if you all have brothers and sisters, you get into fights with your siblings, no matter how well you know them. As a matter of fact, we sometimes fight more with the ones we love, right?
Sure.
So, but anyway, back to the dogs. Dogs are individuals and they you never know how they're going to react. I always say never underestimate the power of animal instinct. They're still animals. If you are going to have a meet and greet or do a meet and greet, it is always recommended that they sniff each other's butts first.
Right.
It really is the first step.
Totally okay.
Yep. Instead of going face to face, on the side, a little butt sniff.
A lot of people misinterpret that and think they will get out of the other dog's butt, but that's kind of how they do it.
That is how they do it. That is how they know if they can start feeling comfortable. Oh, okay, this dog's butt smells okay. So let me check out the rest of them,
Yeah.
And then you let them take turns. Okay, he
Right.
sniffed his butt, your turn to sniff the other butt. I know it's kind of funny, but that's the right way
part
to
of
do
the
it.
ritual, yeah.
But even better, we're going to have several dog trainers at Celebrating Animals, and they will be the ones to give you the best advice on how to do a proper meet and greet. I am
excellent.
the one that will untrain your dog. So while you're trying to teach your dog, don't jump on people. I'm the one calling them up. Come here, puppy, come here. You know, so
And there will be a lot of people doing that, I'm sure.
So I always tell people, I can give you a little bit of advice, but really talk to a dog trainer. I will untrain your dog. Yeah. It's just
and so I think that's a great advice for people, and making sure too that you have a short leash kind of on them. I know some people tend to let their dog kind of get out their way in front of them.
Thank you for mentioning that. Please avoid using retractable leashes. They're thin, they're not reliable, they're not strong, and having them on such a loose leash in an area where there's going to be other animals and other people and kids and hot dogs falling on the ground and dog fights.
Lots of distractions
you want to
too.
be able to have as much control as possible.
Right.
Therefore, keep a shorter leash, keep the animal closer to you and to your body.
Makes sense.
During this event, folks bring their children, and I absolutely love that because this should be a family-friendly event.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So, talk to your children and explain to them not to just run up to a dog because it's so cute and you want to love it and squeeze it and call it George because that's, what I would have done too. But no, unfortunately, you learn that some dogs may be startled, may react to that, may not like children, may feel threatened. Who knows what the situation is.
It doesn't matter what size either, right?
Nope,
Little or
doesn't matter
small.
what size. It can be little or small. I mean, I've been bitten more by smaller dogs than bigger dogs.
100%.
It happens. So just to make sure that everybody is safe and we don't set up these animals or these pets for failure, let's teach our children. If you want to pet the doggy, ask the owner first and ask them what is the proper way that the dog is comfortable being petted. Most dogs don't like getting their face, touched or grabbed or their ears grabbed. I have my Ruby does not like her ears touched for some reason. If you are given permission, you touch their back. You can stroke their fur on the back and behind the ears, things like that. But always ask for permission first. And not just the children, people too, because we have some adults out there that want to, run and grab and hug and squeeze the doggy.
Yeah.
Make sure you ask the owner for permission first. Be mindful. Some service animals are not meant to be petted.
Yeah.
So if the owner tells you, oh, no, please don't, it's a working animal or working dog, just respect that. It's not out of, being rude or grumpy or anything like that. Just some service animals are not meant to be petted. They are working.
Sure.
They're doing their job and they shouldn't be distracted. And just to, keep that in mind, you are going to see several animals, not just at our event, but, out at the store, out at the restaurants, you're going to see these, and just avoid, going up to them to just pet them. That would not be the right thing to do. So keep yourself safe, keep your animals safe, keep your children safe, and just don't set up the dog for failure.
And once more, again, Celebrating Animals is from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Park. I hope everybody will come out and remember those leashes if you come out with your dog or cat. I did see a cat actually recently at one of the stores over at the dollar store. I saw somebody walking their cat, and I'd not seen that in town before. But make sure that you got them on a leash and that they're well behaved and that you're extra careful when you encounter another animal. This is Keepin' It Real, brought to you by Sherry Ethell and the team right here at Long Realty Studios.
Thanks again.
We'll be right back after these brief messages and finish up our show.
In a town with heart and history, the Sherry Ethell Team is the key. Serving service that we agree for military law and retirees. Stress-free process you will see. Personal care is our guarantee. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team, we never halt. Real experts here to guide your way, making dreams come true every single day. Trust a team that knows just what to do. The Sherry Ethell Team, working for you. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell your one and only call.
All right, welcome this Saturday morning to Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, and I'll be your host today. And I'm here joined by some lovely ladies here from Just Kids Inc. and the San Pedro. Help me out here. It's the San Pedro Kiwanis Club. Is there a chapter or anything like that?
We are San Pedro, which meets in the afternoon. We meet at 11:30 every other Monday, first and third Monday.
Excellent. Well, hold it right there because I want to introduce both of you. So Debbie DeRosa, I've got you in the room here, and you are the president of Just Kids, past president for San Pedro Kiwanis Club, and Martha Bersano, you're the secretary, but you also are a board member on the San Pedro Kiwanis Club. Did I get all that right? Want to make sure I get all your titles right. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to Keep It Real.
Thank you.
Today we are talking about a number of things, but one of the main things is you guys have a big event coming up for Just Kids. And what is your big event?
This May 17th, we are going to hold our third annual casino night over at Doc's Watering Hole. This is our biggest fundraiser for the year, and it is all about the kids. So this is what we raise funds for. We have a big program at Christmas time called Stocking Stuffers, where we have bought clothing for as many as 900 kids.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so staggering. Every time I hear those numbers that you guys threw out, and we've talked a number of times over the years, and just talking about like what kinds of activities you guys do, what kinds of fundraisers you do, and then where does all that money go? It's staggering the number of people. I think we were talking about this even before the show in the studio of how many people are in need of some help, some kind of help, and you guys help fill that gap, right?
Yes.
So that's pretty impressive what you guys do for children. And I want to talk more about some of that. Before we get too deeply into our conversation, let's talk about San Pedro Kiwanis Club, just so people can understand. What is that? What do you guys do? It's a club? Tell us a little bit about it.
It's a foundation. There are several Kiwanis clubs worldwide. There are 2 in Sierra Vista, and we're affectionately known as the Noon Club.
Okay. So you got a couple different times that
Yes,
people meet.
that people meet, and they're totally different clubs.
Okay.
And we were formed so that we could serve children. We started in 1989.
Wow.
And got our 501c3, and we named it Just Kids Incorporated so that people could make contributions and they would be tax deductible. We're a 501c3.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
And Debbie, you've been with the organization quite a long time. So if it started back in the 80s, when did you come on board?
91.
91. Yeah. So you've been doing this a lot of years, decades really, which is amazing, really. I know you're laughing here, but that's such a good thing. We were talking about, before the show, we were just talking about volunteerism and what a challenge it is in today's world. There's just so many different needs and so many different people asking for something. And so, there's that. But then there's also a lot of the groups that started a long time ago. We're all getting a little older, and we need some new blood. And that's probably true of your group as well, right?
Yes.
So how's that a challenge for you?
Well, we do have members reach out to people.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's someone they've met, a new neighbor or whatever. In the last couple of years, we've been lucky and have actually gained some younger people.
No, that's awesome.
And they have been involved in other things. They've moved to the area. They've inquired about organizations that they could join where they could help people. And I think in my case, I think I've been a member now for 14 years. And I had a friend bring me in, and I said, well, I have no clue what San Pedro or Kiwanis on the whole is. And she said, well, everything we do is for kids. And I said,
that sold you?
It did. I am so about helping these kids. And that's what our joy is, because everything we focus on is about the kids.
Well, and you guys have so many programs. I'd like to talk about some of those kinds of programs after we kind of get into the show a little bit. But let's talk about Casino Night. So you said it was the biggest fundraiser of the year, and that'll enable you to do a bunch of these programs that we'll talk about later in the show. But tell us about the night itself. I've been there several times, obviously a sponsor of your event, because we want to help children too, and I think it's just fabulous what you guys do and what you bring to the table. And it's honestly a lot of fun too. So tell us a little bit about what to expect. If I'd never been to your event, but I want to come this year, what would it look like as I walk in the door at Doc's Watering Hole? Because it is at Doc's. Let's talk about that. When is it?
It is May 17th. Doors open at 3:30.
Okay,
and
3:30.
Things should conclude by 8 p.m. We know it's a Sunday night, so we don't want to keep people too long. But basically, we hire professional. So you have professional tables there with dealers.
Right.
And the evening is about just having fun. We tell people, it's not like you're playing with cash or you're going to win cash. You have opportunities to win different raffles. We have, I think this year, 3 grand prizes.
Oh, wow.
Can I tell you about those?
Sure, yeah. Let's reveal it.
Well, Elaine Colston with Laser Cosmetics.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Eileen. Okay. And she has again donated a $5,000 package.
Wow.
And we've kind of broken it up. We'll have one draw for a $4,000. And then we have $1,000. So anybody buying those tickets will have 2 chances to win. We also have a $600 Amazon card. And so that's, I think, will be very popular. And the third is our 50-50.
Okay.
Last year, our winner won $1,500.
It was a lot of money, yeah. It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
When you come in, how much does it cost to get in? What's that run you? And do you get chips, or what's that work out to be?
Okay, so right now, if you buy online, we do have, if you go to our website, even on Facebook, you'll see our flyers, and then you can scan the QR code. If you buy ahead, it's $50. We also have an offer of 2 tickets for $90, so you save some money. And then at the door, you'll pay $60. But that also includes $500 in chips, and you'll have an opportunity to have some wonderful appetizers.
Yes. Always good food there, and you'll not only be able to partake the food, but you're going to get into these wonderful games. And it's kind of like almost just like being in Vegas. You've got these professional dealers that have all kinds of different tables. And Debbie, what kind of tables are we going to have there?
So you can play blackjack.
Okay.
You can play craps, roulette, poker. You just have fun, and we say play for fun, win for the kids. You're given raffle tickets to start, and put those in. And if you buy more chips, they're for you to keep playing.
So the big 3 grand prizes, those are raffles, and so you put your tickets in for those, depending upon what you want to put in for. But the money that you're getting is $500 in chips. If you're a big winner, you're actually going to be able to spread that out on some of the other prizes, right?
Right.
So in tickets again, is that how you're going to do it again?
Well, what we'll do for the raffles, basket raffles, is you buy it's a card of tickets. So when you enter, you're also going to get a sheet of those cards.
Right.
And then you get the $500 worth of chips. And this year we changed it up a little bit.
Okay.
So when you buy additional chips, you will also be given additional raffle tickets, which are the smaller tickets that you go and put
Spread
them in the
out.
different baskets.
Yeah. And there's so many cool prizes anyway. A lot of people make these neat little baskets, and you can kind of pick out what you want to go for. Obviously, like you were talking about, there's some prizes that are more popular than others, and everybody's stuffing that thing full. But I didn't see any bad prizes there. I never do. So there's just a lot of good stuff that people have donated. And tell us a little bit about that. How do you get all these baskets?
We have our committee. Many of us go out and ask the public, or businesses, would you be willing to donate to our cause? We have many repeat people. Like you say, you've attended before. People know us from our other events we've had in the past, Sizzle being one of them.
Yeah.
And they know what the money is going to go for. So they're very giving, and we are so appreciative of our sponsors and those who give donations.
I think that's the really big thing is I think everybody there really knows, even though we're all having fun and some of the prizes are great, it's kind of secondary to what you know the money is going to go for, that it's going to help these programs. And I'd love to talk more about them, but let's do it after a break. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back, everybody. Again, I'm talking to Debbie DeRosa and Martha Bersano, and this is talking about Kids Inc. And they're kind of, I guess, and we'll talk about that more, about helping children here in our community through the San Pedro Kiwanis Club. We're going to be right back. Again, this is Keepin' It Real, brought to you by Sherry Ethell and the team right here at Long Realty Studios. We'll be right back, folks.
Discover excellence in real estate with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your premier choice in Cochise County. Sherry's amazing team brings honesty, expertise, and a deep understanding of the local market. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned homeowner, they're committed to your peace of mind and handle every detail for you. Their approach? Personalized service, above and beyond transactional real estate, building lifelong relationships, nationwide connections, local expertise. There's a reason this team is amongst the top realtors in Arizona and across the nation. You owe it to yourself to call or visit the Sherry Ethell Team, the top team at Long Realty, behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. Call or text 717-599-2439 or Google us for more info. Real integrity, real results.
All right, welcome back to Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, and this is Long Realty Studios, Keepin' It Real. And we are talking with Debbie DeRosa and Martha Bersano, and it's Just Kids Inc. I think I said Kids Inc. before, but it's Just Kids Inc. And tell us a bit about how that got started, and what is that, and how is it different than the whole encompassing Kiwanis Club?
Originally, because we started with stocking stuffers. To earn funds, we had Sizzle, an annual ladies' night out. We had all male waiters. It was a very big event.
Right.
And but in order to have the funds be tax deductible, we needed a charitable organization. And instead of naming it San Pedro Kiwanis Charities, we named it Just Kids Inc. because that's our heart and soul.
That's what you're really here for.
That's what we're really here for.
Your focus.
Yes. And so the money goes to our programs all through the year. And the biggest is stocking stuffers, which we work with the school nurses and originally the local clergy. They know the needy in the community. And so we send a list home to the parents. If they have little kids home, we include them too. But we're about self-esteem.
Right.
So we don't do toys or anything. They get 2 shirts, 2 pants, package of socks, package of underwear, shoes, and a coat if needed.
So these are real essentials. These are
essentials.
These are kids who are missing the essential stuff.
Yes.
And I think we told a story a long time ago about 2 kids coming to school, alternate days. Mm-hmm. And what a shocker. If you hadn't heard that story, and you guys can correct me, but these 2 kids were coming, I think they were brothers, weren't they?
Yes.
Coming to school on opposite days, and it's because they only had 1 pair of shoes. And it shocked me. I mean, it still is kind of an emotional thing to think about that this poor family didn't have, adequate clothing for both of these children so that they could go to school together. One of them had to go to school on a different day. And how shocking that is to think that's happening in our own community. Made you want to go out and just buy them 30 pairs of shoes, It's crazy that that's still happening. And so what a great thing that you guys are filling that gap. And awesome that, like you said, Debbie, that these other people, these professionals who are working with children are looking out for them in a way that they would kind of let you guys know what their specific needs are so that you could fill them and you're not wasteful with your needs and requirements and everything, that you can actually make that stretch to as many kids as you can.
Yeah, and it's all anonymous as far as the kids go. We have shopped for up to 900 kids in the beginning.
That's crazy, 900 children.
It's gone down because the enrollment in our schools are going down.
Yeah.
But the need is still there.
Yeah.
And so we do that program. Then in between there's needs. So we have a Gifts from the Heart program. And that one is all year long. The school nurses, they have pantries where they need sweatpants or socks or shoes or personal items.
Sure.
Or, they know this family just moved here. They have nothing. And we go shop for that family. Because at stocking stuffers, sometimes that's the only clothes these kids get all year long.
Wow.
And so Gifts from the Heart fills the gap.
And that's an all-year thing.
Yeah.
So
as long as they're in school, yeah.
Now, is it just public schools that you guys are tied to then,
Yes.
primarily?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you're filling. That's interesting too. That's the first time actually I think we've talked about that on air. That there is some decline a little bit in some of the public school arena. A lot of charter schools and other things going on, and makes you kind of wonder if there's still some kids out there that have some needs that we haven't met. But amazing that you guys are doing so much for a lot of kids. I mean, just
Cochise
a lot.
County, yeah, and we cover Wichita City, Palominas,
wow.
Tombstone.
So you cover them all, okay?
Yeah,
Wow.
we take care of them. We did take on the nurses' pantry at one of the charter school.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
that's pretty neat. So you guys are constantly looking at that, evaluating how to be able to reach more children and fill these needs, I imagine. Mm-hmm. What is the one thing that's the most challenging, really, when you think about, you both have been doing this for a lot of years. So, what's challenging or what breaks your heart, when you're working with all these kids and how you would try to fill these gaps?
Well, like you say, just getting to them.
Yeah.
To be able to help them.
Yeah.
Another type of program we help with are in-school programs, which is Key Club, Builders Club, K-Kids.
What kinds of things
Terrific
are those?
Kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got a lot of them.
they're called service leadership programs.
Okay.
And so they teach the kids
how to aid their communities. Yeah. They learn leadership skills. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of projects for the community. I did Builders Club for the last 13 years with the junior high. And those kids, we did from making scarves for the homeless to doing Veterans Day. We'd make baskets for the Healing Warrior Center. We'd take all these goodies over there for them. The kids learned they would go to the shelter here, animal shelter, and they made dog toys for them. So a lot of it was trying to show them not only how to get along with each other. They elected their own officers, so that's where they learned the leadership. And we would bring speakers in every now and then, maybe a community member, like whether it was the fire department or, just why are these people in our community? And it gave the kids a chance to engage with them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's every time you guys come on, I learn about maybe a new program or something. It may not be a new program, but it's new to me. And first time I'm hearing about it and everything. And it just shocked that you have so many different programs. How many members are taking care of this? Because it sounds like a lot of work.
I think right now we have 35 members.
Okay.
We were as high as, I think, 51 at one point. Again, it's like we were saying, clubs are aging out. But I would say anybody listening who really wants to do something great in their community, not just our club, but there's so many avenues you could go to where you can help the people in this community.
Well, and let's mention that one thing. So if somebody were listening right now, we'll mention this a couple of times throughout the show, but if somebody was, thinking about, I'd like to be able to help out in some way, or I heard, about the coats or something that, resonated with me and I really want to help out, how do they contact you? How would they do that?
We do have a website, Just Kids Inc. SV.org, so you can look at our webpage. We also have an email, which is justkidsSV@gmail.com. We do, as I say, San Pedro holds their meetings currently. We have a meeting room over at the police station.
Oh,
they have been wonderful and donated, the usage of this room. And those meetings are the first and third Mondays at 11:30. Okay. And we encourage people, just come. We'd love to see you. Just come and sit, find out what we're about. We have gained members that way because they were like you say, some people just didn't realize what we can do.
Sure. To be honest, I mean, that's been one of the things that I've learned over the course of the last, couple, 3 years that we've been doing the show, I've met a lot of people here in town with a lot of different charities, a lot of different organizations. And frankly, I feel bad because I didn't realize there was so much need, and I didn't realize there were so many people working behind the scenes to fill these voids, and that there was such a need for more volunteers and everything. So I'm just shocked how many people are really involved, which is awesome. It's super heartwarming, and it makes you feel good knowing that there's so many good people doing good things behind the scenes.
Right, and a lot of them aren't members, but one of our programs, one of our members, Lolene, at Huachuca Mountain, teaches knitting.
Okay.
And so they knit caps. And every one of the children that are in the stocking stuffer program get a stocking cap. We have, is it Douglas? We take over 200 hats.
Oh my gosh.
Santa at the West End requested, I think it was 400 caps this year.
Wow. That's a lot of work.
Douglas, yeah. And it takes community members who behind the scenes, you don't have to go anywhere. If you need yarn, we will get you yarn. And then, call us, we'll pick them up, and we distribute knitted hats. And when we set them out on a table at Santa at the West End, and we let these children pick out their stocking cap. Oh, they are so proud.
Yeah.
And the joy on their face.
What's that make you guys feel like? I mean, what's that like for you, even after all these years? Because, I mean, is it more? Is it less? Is it something that's just sweet for you? What's that look like?
Well, I'm just an example with Builders Club.
Yeah.
We do have school advisors, so we have to have a teacher with us.
Sure.
But I had one come up to me one year, and she said, "You don't know what a difference you made." I'll just say Joey's life. And I said, well, I noticed when he first came, he was very quiet, standoffish, didn't want to, engage with other kids. But through the projects, we'd say, no, we're in groups. You got to go to that group. And by the end of the year, he was engaging.
Yeah.
And she said, I have seen a difference in him in the classroom, just that this club brought that to him. And, of course, that made me feel good because, 13 years of doing it, you wonder, am I making a difference in lives?
Yeah, you are.
That's awesome.
And we have what's called the most improved student. Mm-hmm. They're the kids that don't get recognized. They don't get all the kudos. And we work with Joyce Clark Middle School and Smith Middle School on post. Mm-hmm. And once a month, on the first Monday of the month, a teacher recommends a student, and they will come and they will write up how the student has improved. And those kids are so nervous at first, but we give them a journal so that they can write their thoughts. We give them a pen, we give them a bumper sticker, which they keep saying is to put on your parents' car. Oh, put it on your bulletin board. But and then a certificate, but then we give them, from us, a $50 gift card to Walmart.
Wow, that's big.
And then we ask them questions, Sure. Are there more kids in your family? Where did you find the change? What do you want to be when you get out of school? Those kids open up, just that they have been acknowledged.
Right.
And that makes you feel real good, too. So that's usually the first Monday of the month for our club meeting.
Yeah. Wow. You guys just do so many different things. Well, let's go take a quick break. We'll come back to the show. We'll talk more about Just Kids Inc., more about San Pedro Kiwanis Club, and more about Casino Night, because we want to keep talking about that. But we'll be right back after these messages, folks, with Keepin' It Real. Again, I'm Dion Ethell, and this is the Sherry Ethell Team, Long Realty Studios. Keep it real. We'll be right back.
We're the real wayfinders, the trailblazers, the go-getters. In a town where the desert wakes before dawn, we don't just talk, we make things happen. And when we speak, it's real, it's genuine, and it's worth hearing. Tune in every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. on Canyon Country 97.7 FM. Join the Sherry Ethell Team for Keepin' It Real, where top realtors, local heroes, and a heartbeat of our community come together. Raw, authentic conversations, expert market insights, and the best local events you can't afford to miss. Keeping it real, celebrating our community. Bold, genuine, one of a kind.
All right, welcome back to Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, your host of Keepin' It Real, and this is the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios. We're here for all your real estate needs. We're right behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard, but today we are talking about Just Kids Inc., a wonderful charity organization within the Kiwanis Club right here in town, and I'm sitting here with a couple of the leaders within the organization. Debbie DeRosa, thank you for showing up today and talking a little bit about what you do, and Martha Bersano, thank you. Tell us about this event again. If you're just tuning in, I'm sure a lot of people are just hopping in their car, they're driving down the road, and you're just catching a piece of the show. But we're talking about Just Kids Inc. and the wonderful programs that they do, and they fuel these programs through different kinds of fundraising avenues. And one of those big opportunities, their biggest of the year, is Casino Night. And we were talking a little bit about how much fun that is. And one of the things, I know tickets are still available, right?
Yes.
So tell us about that.
We do have a QR code you can get off Facebook, or you can call me and
now, do they look up Just Kids Inc.
You can
on Facebook,
on
or is
Facebook,
it Kiwanis Club?
Just
or both?
Kids Inc.
Just Kids Inc.
Just Kids Inc.
Right. And you can purchase your tickets online. Also purchase the grand raffle prizes, which is the laser package, the Amazon gift card, and the 50/50. And when you go to checkout, it's a really cool website. It's called Zeffy. You get down to the end, and you know how everybody wants X percent because you used a credit card or whatever. It'll say it's going to be this month that much, and you just hit a drop-down menu. You can put 0.00. You can just use exactly what you paid for and check out, and then we'll have your tickets ready for you when you come to the door.
Okay.
And
you'll just come to the door and say, hey, I'm such and such, and you got my tickets ready.
Yes.
Okay.
Have an envelope ready, and then you have the opportunity to purchase more if you want. Mm-hmm.
You were talking about like the big raffle prizes. How much are the tickets for those?
Okay, the laser cosmetics. Now we said it's 2 winners, so double the chances to win. Grand prize $4,000, runner up $1,000. Mm-hmm. So they are $20 each, 3 for $50, or 10 for $150.
Okay, and you can buy those right off that opportunity.
Yes, and then that is also the same price breaks for the Amazon gift card and also for the 50/50 tickets.
Okay, and all that information's right there.
Yes.
When you scan the QR code off your Facebook or off your website, easy to get into.
Point and click and total up.
Okay, and what was your website again?
The website is justkidsinc.org.
Okay, so justkidsinc.org, and you can get in there and take a look at it. You can go to their Facebook. Encourage you to do that. Tickets are still available, like you said. And how much are tickets for the event again?
A single one is $50, but 2 for $90. And then if you show up without a ticket, yes, you're going to be welcome unless we sold out. But then it's $60.
Do you guys have like a goal or anything in mind when you guys start these things? I mean, are you hoping to be able to reach a certain number?
Well, the more the better. The more the better.
Because it all goes to the kids.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, being this is our 3rd year, our first year was testing the water. Second year, we did better.
Yeah.
And so we're really hoping this 3rd year
is gonna be the big
we're
one.
even going to do better. And just as Debbie said, for all of you listening, you want to buy your tickets early. There is a cutoff, because we can only put so many people in the building.
Right, in the building.
And we sold out last year, so that's why we're encouraging you
awesome.
to buy now.
And this is all going down at Doc's Watering Hole.
Yes.
And it's May 17th on a Sunday. The gambling starts at 3:30 to 8-ish.
Gambling starts at 4:30. This will give you a chance, if you want to go to the bar,
Get something to eat,
to
all
walk
those kinds of
around
things.
and look at all the raffles available.
You really kind of do need to do that right at the beginning, right? Check out all those cool raffle prizes and all the neat stuff that's there, so you can kind of get an idea, because it does get busy, when people are playing and everything and they start dropping their tickets in those little buckets, it's super busy. So you want to kind of have an idea, okay, I definitely am going for that one, and try to work that out. And then you kind of just figuring out a place where you're going to hang out and what kinds of games you want to play. You can play one of them or you can play all of them, right?
Right,
Yep.
correct.
Yeah.
And we have them not only downstairs, but upstairs.
Okay.
So, and people kind of don't realize that, but
I
it's
didn't
a
realize
little
that.
more-
You have stuff upstairs?
We have
Yeah.
stuff upstairs.
I
Okay.
think we had blackjack up there,
Up
and
there,
we're going to
yeah.
put it back up there.
Oh, man.
Those tables
Okay.
were full all night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you do kind of got to, because it is a big place. Doc's Watering Hole is a big venue, but at the same time, some chairs will fill up, and there's some of those games are pretty popular. So get you a good spot early and enjoy playing.
Right.
And then see people start kind of moving around a little bit. You start to see kind of people getting up and checking out another game, and that'll leave a hole for you to go to another.
Correct.
Check out.
And when you come in, Doc's does wonderful catering.
Yeah.
So it's not dinner.
Right.
It's light hors d'oeuvres, so you do want to eat a little bit because you cannot have your food at your table. You don't want it
Right.
at the table that you're at. But
That's a good point.
wonderful hors d'oeuvres.
Because, these are pretty fancy tables. They're just like the stuff that you'd find
Yeah.
at Las
In
Vegas or
Vegas.
whatever. And so very nicely kept and very nice tables. So keep that in mind. And we do see some people with drinks and spills and stuff. So be careful and just be good to our wonderful hosts and everything.
They do have waitresses or waiters that will come around and take your drink order, so you don't have to leave your table necessarily. They will let you run a tab.
I know some people get really super serious about leaving the table when they're on a
Yeah.
winning streak, right?
Yes.
I've seen that. I saw that last year. I was like, wow, okay. Because they were like, I'm not getting up. I don't care. I'll eat later if I have to. But they were really good about bringing, new drinks and stuff. And so good hospitality. Now, when you're playing these games, one of the neat things, too, was I remember for those people who were at the table who had never played the games before, they were really super nice, I would say, not to slam on Vegas or anything, but a little bit less formal. And so they would tell people how to play and really kind of educate them on the game, right?
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, because so many people are intimidated.
Right.
And I've still never played roulette. But I'm always the worker bee. But I might try that,
It's
and
fun.
they
I like playing
explain
it.
And yes, and so don't be afraid.
Yeah, I thought that was cool, and there's no pressure whatsoever, and it's just fun, and of course it's all for the kids anyway. So even if you lost all your money, which I usually do anyway, that's why I don't take a lot of money to Vegas because I would lose it all. But it is fun, it's entertainment, and at the end of the day too, it's all going for these kids and these wonderful programs that you guys do.
Correct.
Let's talk about some of those programs before we take another break. And I kind of want to highlight what's another program that we haven't really talked about yet that you guys.
We have the literacy program where we give free books for children.
Wow.
We did it in the mall for the back to school fair, which they didn't have this year, but we did it at Santa at the West End. And the Builders Club, I'll let Martha tell you about what they do.
Well, what we do during Dr. Seuss Week, we take the Builders Club kids, and they go over to Town and Country to the kindergarten classes, and they sit with the kids and read books. And then we usually do an activity. The teacher has an activity going. And then at the end, the kids, we have brand new books. We spread them out. The kids go over and they're able to pick out a book for their own and take it home.
So I heard somebody say, we were talking about charities and things, and I heard somebody the other say, well, I don't have any kids anymore, but you don't have to have kids to be able to participate in any of these events.
Right.
So this is for the children who are in need out there, and you can just go out there and have a great time. Everybody goes for a different reason, I think, right?
Right. And our scholarships, now we have 2 high school scholarships, and this last time, the winners were from Douglas, the kids. They have to do essays and community service
So they
and stuff.
compete in a way for it.
Yes. But we also have nursing scholarships. One's an MA and then the other nursing. So these are kids that are out of school. They're going to college. They have to complete their first year, and we award 2 $1,000 scholarships.
Wow.
So that's giving them a step forward,
Right.
Because books are expensive, and
Sure.
so they also write an essay and get endorsement from people. But we had 18 on our last scholarship application for
Wow.
them.
And how many did you give away? Two? Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a really
Yeah.
good turnout. So that's really awesome. And it's neat that you guys are doing something like that. So you kind of got your fingers in every age group, it sounds like, just about.
Right. And right now, and we have always worked with Rotary on Project Graduation, the all-night.
Yes.
And we have always done, we used to call it the Buck Store.
It's now called Gifts Galore.
Gifts galore. That's right.
Where we are gathering raffle baskets,
Yeah.
dorm baskets, gift cards. People come in with the little refrigerators, microwaves, whatever. We set it up that night while Project Graduation is going on to keep our seniors safe.
Yes, where they got a place to go and have fun. And I tell you, it is meaningful. So, you know, I had my nephews, they went to Buena, and they all went to those events. And I remember how meaningful it was. And I remember talking with their friends, and they were super excited about what they were going to get in. They absolutely, were flipped out about how they had to get there early. And just really, it was so important for them to try to get, what they were looking for. And so I know it's meaningful to those kids. And so, and to some kids, it's really almost important to them because they really have a need and they're hoping to fill it. I talked to a couple of kids that were like, yeah, I can't afford to buy that refrigerator or whatever myself, so I hope I can get one.
Yes.
And that's kind of cool.
And they'll come to us later and they'll say, I got one of your Project Graduation baskets.
Oh, yeah.
Or we'll receive a thank you. Because when a member of the public gives it, we acknowledge who created that basket.
Oh, okay, I see.
And so they can reach out and say
Yeah.
thank you to that particular person or organization.
Yeah. It's a neat program. That's super neat. Well, let's
Yeah.
take a quick break. We're going to come back and we will talk a little bit more about some of your programs. Be right back, folks, with Keepin' It Real, brought to you by Sherry Ethell and the team right here at Long Realty Studios.
Tax time is here, but before you spend your refund, consider real estate with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty. It's a great way to move from renter to homeowner and on the road to building wealth.
Hi, I'm Sherry Ethell, Realtor and Team CEO of the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty. Think of me as your guide to all things real estate. I tailor my approach to your needs and, most importantly, your goals. It's time to come see me and get a plan for your success.
Discover excellence in real estate with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your premier choice in Cochise County. Visit Sherry at Long Realty behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. Call or text 717-599-2439 or Google us for more information. Real integrity, real results.
Welcome back to Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, and this is Keepin' It Real with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios. I am joined with Just Kids Inc., and we are talking about casino night, but we're also talking about the San Pedro Kiwanis Club and the wonderful programs that they do through this arm of their association. And so we're talking about what they've been doing since, I think you said, was it 1993? Or 90?
That's when I joined, but
That's
91.
when you joined. 91 was when they, wow. It's a long time, a long history in our community that they've been involved. A lot of people volunteering. If you're interested in becoming a member of Kiwanis or you're interested in Just Kids Inc., there are Facebook pages, there's websites. We'll talk about them before we end the show to make sure that you get connected with one of these people. And just these charities, what do they go to again? I just want to make sure that everybody understands that what the goal is here.
Everything we do focused on the children. As we say, these fundraisers, this is our biggie for Just Kids. We do have other ones, like we do a fun run in
5K.
March, a 5K. And that one supports the other programs, like I was telling you about,
Yeah.
Key Club and Builders Club and that. So that focuses on helping those groups. As Debbie said, it's phenomenal. And, we never think about it, but the way you brought it up, God, you guys are doing so much. It is kind of mind-boggling, but it's like we never stop.
Yeah.
I mean, we're either prepping for a fundraiser, we're either out at the schools, we're prepping for the next year. We just had our elections for next year for San Pedro. But it's just, for anyone who's seeking something to do where you feel rewarded, I would say San Pedro in Just Kids Inc. is definitely something that will fill that for you.
A great place to land. Yeah. No, I definitely could see that. And what a wonderful way to give back to your own community in so many different ways and for so many people to be impacted. I mean, there's a lot of charities that help a very small niche, kind of area or a small number of people, but yours is so broad because there's just so many people that you're reaching out to, and all these children that have these needs really need you, and they need more volunteers. So I hope if you're listening today, that you get involved, especially folks who are a little bit younger too, who are just thinking about volunteering. Come sit down in one of their meetings and get to know them and get to know what they do. It's a great opportunity to serve your community. And it's one of those things where I think every organization is always looking for who's going to carry on our legacy. So who's going to do, this when we're gone and when we retire from this program? Because you guys have been doing it for decades and everything. And bless your heart for doing so. I mean, kudos to both of you and to so many of your members that have been sticking it out for so many years. And, at some point there'll be an opportunity to hand that torch off to somebody else. But we need those people to step forward in our community because it takes we always talk about it and it's kind of cliche, it takes a village, but it really does. It takes a lot of people to get this done.
That was my motto last year as president, was it takes a village.
Yeah.
And I was so grateful for all my members and people that help.
One of the things I was reading too in some material that you had given me, more than 97% of the budget. So that's one of the questions, right? A lot of people always have, well, how much does it really go to the kids? Or how much? Yeah. And you guys are really putting it all right back into a program, a child, their needs, their clothing, all those kinds of things. So your give back, your dollars spent are going right back to the very people who need it. Because I think that's one of those big concerns, too. A lot of people have, none of you are paid or anything.
Oh, correct.
Right? So you're all volunteer, and this is just you giving back to your own community.
Yes.
Why do you do it?
Well, like I said, what drew me into the club was knowing it was for kids.
For kids, yeah.
I've always had a love for children. I raised 3 sons, now I have 3 grandchildren, but I just love being around kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the
How about
kids.
you?
I have 3 grandkids, but for the kids, and you do the camaraderie of the members.
Yeah.
Because you come in and you really get to know different people and different ways, and everybody can sometimes come up with other ideas.
Yeah.
The freshness, the help, the playing off of each other. So, yeah, being part of a working group, participation. We have some members that can't make meetings, and that's okay. They do stuff at home.
Yeah.
Behind the scene, administrative
Everybody
stuff.
does their thing, however, according to what they have
their
available.
abilities.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So if somebody was listening and they were like, well, I can't do it every day, but I can do certain days or I can do certain events,
Yes.
That's okay.
That's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's great to hear. If you would like to make donations to Just Kids Inc., you could do that too, right?
Yes.
Although we strongly encourage you get online and we go out and you get your tickets for this wonderful casino night. It's going to be tons of fun, lots of prizes, lots of fun activity there, great food, great venue, Docks Watering Hole, May 17th. But if you wanted to donate, but you can't make it, you could do that too.
Yes.
And how would I do that?
It's Just Kids Inc., P.O. Box 2062, Sierra Vista, Arizona 85635.
Perfect. If you're driving and you didn't write that down, you can go to your website probably or your Facebook and find a way to get money to you.
So you have 3 avenues. We have Facebook page. We have our website, which again is Just Kids Sierra Vista. So justkidssv.org. Or you could email us at justkidsincsv@gmail.com.
Perfect.
Or they can call me 520-266-0000. 0023.
Okay, and that's Debbie DeRosa. You could help them
Guide them
figure out through the process. Okay, perfect. One last thing, talking about how these kids' needs are getting met and everything. We've talked a number of different programs. We've talked about a number of different things that you're doing and giving back to these kids and everything. What happens if you weren't there? What would happen? How many kids would not be served? How many kids do you serve each year?
If you
so 900 for just the coats, but there's so many other programs.
Well, and I do have to mention, Real Wishes helps us supply coats.
Wow.
So
okay.
they have stepped up.
So they're kind
the
of
last
a little
2 years.
symbiotic relationship
So
there.
we're working together. Yeah.
That's a great partnership.
If you're talking all year long, easy,
Probably 1,000 between just our club memberships with the kids programs.
Oh, yeah.
And all of the events we attend.
It's a huge number, really, when you think about it, because I think, when you think about, okay, how many people live in the greater Sierra Vista area? I mean, in our little town, it's 46,000-ish, and then broader, of course, across the whole county. But that's a huge, 1,000 people, that's a lot of people, a lot of children that have needs here and you guys are filling. So you've got to get out here and help these guys. One of the ways that you can do that, of course, again, is going to Doc's Watering Hole May 17th, Sunday. They're going to do this wonderful gaming to benefit these children. And again, I think the doors open, you said it, at 3:30. And the games will begin at 4:30-ish. And then those will run till about 7:30. But you guys will be at the venue probably till around 8-ish, something like that. In fact, they'll be sold out. So get your tickets early. Get them right now. And you can get them from the website, from the QR code. You can do through Facebook. So many different ways to be able to reach you guys. What are we missing?
Like going to Vegas without having to travel to Vegas.
Right. I think it's 8 hours or so from here. So it's a bit of a drive. And you can save all that, save your airfare. You can just have some fun right here. And all your benefits go to the kids. And goes right back into the children here. What a great program. Super happy to have you guys on the radio today and on the show and sharing a little bit about what you do.
Thank you. Thank you for having us and being a sponsor.
It's our pleasure. We love the programs that you guys do. Couldn't do it without you. And I really, truly believe that. And I'm not just saying that because I think that we all play our part, our role in the community. It's just helpful for everybody to get involved. The more you can be involved in your community, the better. And we've shown week after week after week as we've had event sponsors and different various charities on our show over the years of just how much of a need and how many great things are being done on behalf of others here. And what a great feeling that you have in helping people. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Well, I hope to see you at Casino Night. I'm sure I will.
We look forward to it.
All right. So get your tickets. Casino Night, May 17th, Sunday, Doc's Watering Hole. Well, this has been Keeping It Real, and we're keeping it real with Just Kids, Inc. and with the San Pedro Kiwanis Club, and what a wonderful organization that is. And we hope you'll come out and enjoy the event, and maybe you'll even decide to donate some money or to maybe even become a member of their organization. Maybe chip in and be a volunteer and help those kids in our community, right? This is Keeping It Real, brought to you by Sherry Ethell and the team right here at Long Realty Studios. We'll be right back and hear our final message from Sherry.
What's in a name? Everything. Long Realty has been a cornerstone of Southern Arizona's real estate market for nearly 100 years. Our name is our bond, and our agents are our strength. Trust in the name that stands for experience and expertise. Visit longrealty.com or call 520-459-4993 to connect with an agent today. Long Realty. Smart move.
Well, folks, that's a wrap on this week's Keepin' It Real radio show. As always, we're so grateful to have you spend part of your Saturday morning with us. Whether you're sipping coffee on the porch, out running errands, or out shopping for a home, we appreciate you. If something we said today sparked a question, or if you've got a great topic or guest idea for a future episode, we'd love to hear it. You can drop your suggestion in the Keepin' It Real suggestion box at the front desk of Long Realty, right behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. Or just shoot me an email at sherry@sherryethelteam.com, or call or text me anytime anytime at 717-599-2439. We love hearing from you. It helps us keep this show real, relevant, and rooted in our Cochise County community. We'll be back next Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. right here on 97.7 Canyon Country, your first choice for legendary country.
Join us next Saturday for more engaging interviews with top realtors and industry leaders, keeping you informed about the latest trends in real estate. Stay connected with us as we bring you updates on the dynamic events shaping our vibrant community. From exciting local happenings to noteworthy charities and causes, we've got you covered. See you next week for another edition of Keepin' It Real.